pregame at Auburn, man. What's on your mind?
Just thinking guys need to execute. And, we play one play at a time, do our job. We can stick with these guys as long as we can, see if we can't shock the world and pull off upset.
Usually this game is played at the end of the season. This is the opener. What's different about it?
First game of the season, man. We get to hit somebody else. We're excited. We get to find out our weaknesses, our strengths. And we get to play football on Saturdays, man.
Y'all play against the SEC team like you did last year. They're going to stop inviting to play.
we hope to play that way. We hope to play that way. But they probably won't stop inviting us because they know they got more bullets than us, but we're going to fight.
And we got the band, too.
Oh, yeah, the band's coming, too.
Good luck, Coach.
Go
Bulldogs. There you go. All right, y'all, we'll see you next up with the highlights from this week's edition of the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynor.
Welcome to the Alabama A&M Football Review. Highlights, features, and analysis with head coach Connell Maynor.
Good evening and welcome to the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynor. I'm your host, Ted Dixie. Coach, we start the 2024 campaign down at Auburn, the loveliest little village in the state of Alabama. One time it used to be the third largest city in the state when a game was held, but Huntsville's larger now, Coach. So you had to bring what few people could squeeze in that corner along with the marching maroon and white. Good job by your team last night.
It was, first of all, I want to thank all our fans that showed up, like you said. And the one session that they gave us, we filled it up. The maroon and white was there and supporting our Bulldogs, and we really appreciate that. It meant a lot to look up and see those guys up supporting us. So,
folks, let me tell you right now, the only score that mattered is 85-63. Football Bowl subdivision teams can sign 85 scholarships. Football championship subdivision, we're limited to 63, Coach. That's 2 whole units.
Yeah, you know, it's, I say it all the time, you know, they had more bullets than we did, you know, and more depth, you know, and they lean on you, weigh you down, and just, you know, it's an SEC football program, a good SEC football program. That's trying to get back to the top of the SEC. New head coach with Hugh Freeze, his second year, done a tremendous job in recruiting. Last year, had a great class, and this year he's got number 5 class so far, and top, with I think over 15 top 300 ESPN 300 players out of his 25 signees so far. So he's doing a tremendous job of getting a lot of good talent in there, and it showed last night.
And of course, we want to come out of that game healthy, but with a good attitude. We got to see Xavier Langford. That's a good reward for him, who's played so well for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, he has. And like you said, the key was to get out there healthy. And I think we might have got a couple guys dinged up, nothing season ending or where they play against FAMU when we started the conference. So that's what the key was. We wanted to play and see what we were, see what we need to work on, and get out of there healthy. And I think we was able to do that.
Coach just teased what we will talk about later on in the broadcast about the Bulldogs' schedule at home. This week, we're pointed to the 14th annual Lewis Cruise Classic. Lots of events surrounding that. Go to AAMUsports.com, and you too can be part of that celebration. When we come back on the show, we'll take a look at some highlights, lots of footage going on down in Auburn, right here on the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynor.
Engineering and science usually look like this, but our students build race cars from the ground up, explore wind tunnels, particle accelerators, and crystal growth. Our studies in cybersecurity and rocket propulsion have tech companies like Google and SpaceX recruiting at Alabama A&M University, with one of the highest percentages of women STEM graduates in the country. Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
Parker is 29 and learning to communicate again. The students teaching him earn a degree with 100% job placement. But the real reward is changing a life. At Alabama A&M, it's a university where agencies actually go to recruit compassionate students who help themselves by helping others. Service is sovereignty at Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
Welcome back to the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynor. I'm Ted Dixie, the man sitting next to the man. Last night at Auburn, Coach, The atmosphere was electric. They were waiting on us to get there. I know everybody's waiting on the marching maroon and white. Fabulous show by them. You'll see some of that performance on this show. Coach, coming out of that game now, we're pointing ourselves to the 14th annual Lewis Cruz Classic. Kentucky State comes to town. It's not their first time here, but this game is a tribute to Coach Lewis Cruz.
Yeah, we did a great job with it last year, and looking forward to it this year. Brunswick Town's been the speaker, played here, and great football coach. And so Lewis Cruz, is a trailblazer. And if it weren't for Lewis Cruz, I probably wouldn't be here today, coaching at A&M. So it's a great week. It's a great week to honor a great man, a great football coach. And I can't wait to get it going and get to the banquet and listen to what Brunswick got to say and win this game.
We're going to see who does the best coach imitation. Student athletes imitate you. Coach Cruz's athletes still imitate him.
Yeah, that's what they do. They watch us all the time, and it be with them for the rest of their life, man. I mean, they just watch everything we do, and they get a kick out of repeating what we say. And so I'm pretty sure Cruz players did the same thing to him and still do it to this day. My old players are still doing it, and my current players will be doing it when they get old.
What's the most rewarding part about your job, Coach?
Just that, guys emulating you and guys coming back, guys writing you, guys calling you, telling you, hey, Coach, man, everything you said, you was right. Really appreciate you, love you, man. Things of that nature when they do that, and they do it all the time. So that's the most rewarding part. And seeing these guys graduate and get education.
Here's about a fact about Coach Cruz. He coached football as well as baseball. If you had to coach another sport, Coach, this is a loaded question. Which one would it be?
Well, it'd probably be
not golf.
Well, I played baseball in college.
Okay,
I played basketball my whole life, and of course I'm an avid golfer, so I could actually coach all three.
Okay.
But so just whichever one we needed to coach at.
We'll take that, Coach. And of course, you'll get to see some of those first half highlights we talked about, a lot of pregame activities. There's a helicopter flyover that came right over our position in the broadcast booth. You have a coach on your staff that played at Auburn. This is the second one. Yeah. Corey Barlow, whose name is on the outside of the ring, along with Chris Schelling, who's on our staff as well, Coach. What did they bring from that SEC background to your staff that helps you out?
Just toughness, attitude, letting them guys know how it is to play at Auburn in the SEC football because they did it. And now the guys just got to buy in and believe and do what they say do.
And of course, we'll see what the buy-in was like when we come back here and look at those first half highlights right here on the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynor.
Darryl brings new energy to the power plant. Julian's accounting is by the numbers. They're student interns from the College of Business and Public Affairs at Alabama A&M University, where marketing class connects with the community and companies come to recruit. So while Kyle strengthens his managerial skills, he's earning a business degree and experience at Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere. Companies hunger for our food scientists. Here, a new generation manages our cities of tomorrow. The discovery of hardier plants, healthier animals, is growing at our research station, Alabama A&M University, where new designs and ideas are put to the test. Be a researcher in our labs or a forestry fire dog in our fields. Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
Parker is 29 and learning to communicate again. The students teaching him earn a degree with 100% job placement. But the real reward is changing a life. At Alabama A&M, it's a university where agencies actually go to recruit compassionate students who help themselves by helping others. Service is sovereignty at Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
Thank you for watching the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynor. I'm Ted Dixie, your host. Coming to the second half, Coach, after a fabulous performance by the marching maroon and white. Second half, Coach, we had many opportunities down in the, I call it inside Auburn's 5-yard line and trying to come away with points, but that had to give you hope. It gave me a lot of hope. I almost jumped out the window.
Yeah, we got a couple plays. The first one, we got a break. The ball went through the defensive back hand right into Keenan Hammer's hand, and he took off towards the end zone. I thought he was going to score, and he got caught on like the 1 or 2 yard line. And then we got down there, and that end zone crowd, that 88,000 got real, real loud. And the center wasn't able to hear. We got a false start and backed us up. And then we missed a chip shot field goal. So everything was going their way and against us at that point, and I guess the 88,000 kind of got to our kicker a little bit, and he kind of pushed it a little bit, a field goal that he makes all the time in practice, So.
Now, our starting field goal kicker, Victor Barbosa, coming off surgery, you took the opportunity, as you did with other positions, to play student athletes that probably wouldn't get much chance to play other than that.
Yeah, Victor's the starter, and he wasn't quite 100%. So we're going to try to keep him out until he get 100%. Right. And Vic would have nailed all 3 of those field goals with no problem. He's a great field goal kicker. I called him Otto because he's
automatic, baby.
He's automatic. And then we got down again inside the red zone. But the thing about the red zone is once you get down the red zone, all the windows tighten up. So now you got to be more precise with your throws. And your reads and getting the ball out quicker. And that's what we didn't do. We didn't execute very well in the red zone. We working in practice. We're working some more because you got to be sharp. You got to know exactly where you're going with the ball. You got to do all the little things. You got to get your alignment right, make sure everybody's doing exactly what they're supposed to do. Then you got to get that ball out, and then you got to catch it. So, again, we didn't move it. We got inside probably the red zone 5 times. And we only came away with 3 points. So that's something we got to work on. Even though we're playing up, we still want to get more points than that.
The final score in our game at Auburn was not as bad, I will say, as some of the other scores yesterday. A lot of surprises yesterday in college football. But that's the reason we play the game, to see what happens.
Yeah, that's why you play the game. You never know. But, again, when you play an SEC football team, you better strap it up and be ready to go, man. It's the best conference in college football. They're going to probably have 4 or 5 teams in the college playoff this year, and Auburn will probably be one of them. So we'll see how it all fall out, but you play SEC football opponent, man, you better be ready because they big, fast, strong, well-coached, and play hard, and they battle-tested.
Recent scheduling, last year Vanderbilt, this year Auburn, next year Arkansas. Now we turn our attention to your home opener, the Lewis Cruz Classic, Kentucky State coming to town, Coach. What do you know about them right now?
I haven't watched the tape. I'm going to watch it today. But I know that we got more bullets than they do. So I expect us to play well, play at a high level.
No fun when the rabbit has the gun.
Right. What we got to do is we got to take care of A&M this week. If we take care of A&M, do what we're supposed to do, we win the football game. And, we got to play better at the quarterback position. The offensive line, I thought, played pretty good Saturday. We didn't show it execution-wise and score-wise, but we ran it. We got a couple of runs on those guys. The quarterback had time to throw the football. Mm-hmm. So I thought the offensive line played well. We just got to do better in the run game so Eagle and those guys can get more rushing yards, and we'll be okay.
Did this game cause you to have to shuffle your 2 deep at all? And if not, why not?
No, this just, this is what I say. If I was a 2 on this team, knowing I'm going to get to play yesterday, I'm going to try to come in and play better than the guy that was in front of me to show coach, hey, coach, I should be a 1. Right. I'm waiting. I'm waiting at the bits, to get my opportunity to say, I'm going to show the guy I can play. Not saying that we didn't do that or try that, but that would have been my mindset. When I get my opportunity, I'm going to show coach I can play against you guys. I ain't scared. I'll make a play, and just continue to get better. But it's good for us. Our guys have now realized they're not as good as they thought they were. They need to work harder in the weight room, in the film room, on the practice field, and we'll come out a better team.
Coach, we have to ask about the one player that was ejected, Lynn Petway, number 36. Looking at the review, what did the officials tell you, Coach?
They said it was targeting. What I saw was looked like he missed him with the helmet and got him with his shoulder, and so I don't understand why they called targeting. I thought they weren't gonna call it, but they did, and that was it.
I started to tell someone in the press box, Lynn Petway from Montgomery, Alabama, Park Crossings High School. That had hurt him, and he looked, as we saw on the camera, walking off the field because we don't know him to have that kind of attitude, Coach. He's a buy-in guy.
He is. He was just upset he didn't get to finish the game, and he was just playing football, Just playing football, put a hit on somebody across the middle, and get a targeting call, and that's it.
So now we look forward to Kentucky State, the 14th annual Lewis Cruise Classic. Kickoff is set for 6 o'clock p.m. Listen, there's a lot of construction in North Parkway. I'm going to advise you that you pay attention to the local media and to AAMUsports.com for information about the best route to campus, the place you park your car for your tailgating, and then the time to kick, because we're going to shut down the tailgating area and everybody coming to the stadium.
That's right.
We'll take that when we come back with the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynor.
Alabama A&M University is very special to me because everybody in my family went to A&M, from my great aunts to all the way up to my dad, to my grandma. So I kind of, coming out of high school, I kind of had a picture in my head coming to A&M, but I really never knew because I was going to Kansas out of high school. So A&M was really just in the back of my head all those years. But now that I finally came back home, it feel just right.
Darryl brings new energy to the power plant. Julian's accounting is by the numbers. They're student interns from the College of Business and Public Affairs at Alabama A&M University, where marketing class connects with the community and companies come to recruit. So while Kyle strengthens his managerial skills, he's earning a business degree and experience at Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere. Companies hunger for our food scientists. Here, a new generation manages our cities of tomorrow. The discovery of hardier plants, healthier animals, is growing at our research station, Alabama A&M University, where new designs and ideas are put to the test. Be a researcher in our labs, or a forestry fire dog in our fields. Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere. Engineering and science usually look like this, but our students build race cars from the ground up, explore wind tunnels, particle accelerators, and crystal growth. Our studies in cybersecurity and rocket propulsion have tech companies like Google and SpaceX recruiting at Alabama A&M University, with one of the highest percentages of women STEM graduates in the country. Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
We always compete. We get out here every day, we go at each other, we talk stuff to each other, but at the end of it, we dab each other up and love each other, because we brothers. And we push each other to the limit every day.
This team has a lot of personality, and we all bond in different ways, so I think it's going to be a very exciting season.
Engineering and science usually look like this, but our students build race cars from the ground up, explore wind tunnels, particle accelerators, and crystal growth. Our studies in cybersecurity and rocket propulsion have tech companies like Google and SpaceX recruiting at Alabama A&M University, with one of the highest percentages of women STEM graduates in the country. Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere. Companies hunger for our food scientists. Here, a new generation manages our cities of tomorrow. The discovery of hardier plants, healthier animals, is growing at our research station, Alabama A&M University, where new designs and ideas are put to the test. Be a researcher in our labs or a forestry fire dog in our fields. Alabama A&M University. Start here, go anywhere.
Thank you for watching the Alabama A&M Football Review. Coach, the 14th Annual Lewis Cruz Classic is upon us. It's our home opener. Coach, get the fans to buy in.
Hey, fans, Bulldogs, we need y'all to buy in. Did y'all like that butt whooping we took yesterday? I didn't like it. But I had to play it. We got to play it for money games to support not only football, but other sports, the nonprofit sports, okay? We cannot play those games anymore if we get more fans to buy season tickets. Right now, we probably at close to 4,000 season tickets. That's not enough, okay? We need 10, 15,000 season tickets. If we get that, we don't have to play Auburn no more. We don't have to play Arkansas. We don't have to play Vanderbilt. We just need your support, buy season tickets, and we won't have to play those games, and you don't have to sit through that, and I don't have to coach through that, and we don't have to take a chance on getting our student athletes hurt. Bulldogs, support your athletes.
That will do it for this week's show. We'll see you next week on Channel 54 WZDX. Great partners with us. Also, remember, On the Hill Live with your boss, Athletic Director Dr. Paul Bryant, that you can see on Saturday morning. Then you cook your bacon and eggs and you come on out here to the stadium, stay all day. We'll be happy to have you. And next week, you will see all of that footage on the Alabama A&M Football Review with head coach Connell Maynard.
Bulldog fans, thank you for joining us today for the Alabama A&M University Football Review. Bulldog faithful, we encourage your support and participation. Until next time, go Bulldogs!